everybody, we're back with part 2 of the rally here at Manitowoc County Courthouse for Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. What we're going to do right now is as you can see, we got all the supporters here along the curb. They are getting the cars to honk and show their support. And there's been a lot of people honking. So what I'm going to do is go through each person and ask them, what is it that got them out here? What is it, what ignited their passion, got them out here to support Stephen and Brendan? And the second question will be, what is their biggest issue with either the Stephen Avery case or the Brendan Dassey case? What is the biggest, thing that sticks out that just totally, is off the charts, right? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start here with, what's your name?
Shaz. Hi,
Shaz. So what we're here today is to ask you is, number one, what is it that got you so fired up that you're out here supporting Stephen and Brendan?
Oh gosh, there's so much. I guess the worst one would be the bloodbath that should have been in Stephen's room. If they did all this stuff to this girl,
I definitely agree with that one.
And not a drop of blood found. Come on.
Right.
Then they supposedly shot her in the garage. Where's the blood there?
Right.
Everything's covered in dust but a bullet. That's
yeah,
great.
but the bullet's clean. Yep, yeah. Those are all good ones.
Now, folks, I know what cremations look like, and I've seen on television what a burnt body would look like versus cremations.
Right.
What they found was cremations. I don't know.
Right. Yes. The bones certainly would not get burned to that level in an open bonfire.
If it was in an open bonfire, you would still have an entire body just badly
You'd have a lot of almost whole bones and stuff like that. Absolutely.
Exactly. And what they did to Brendan, that was just disgusting.
Absolutely it is.
Absolutely disgusting.
And they have no remorse for it. That's the worst part.
Nope, none at all. Except we did have a sheriff's department truck come by earlier.
Yeah.
And when they were stopped and saying the sign, the girl on the passenger side gave me the thumbs up.
Cool.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department.
That's cool. That's very cool. Right on. Cool. Not everybody at the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department is an ass.
Don't mind me. I'm losing my voice a little bit.
All right. So, yep, you too. So now we'll move on to the next one. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Hi.
We're in it together.
Okay, you're together. Here we go.
Lisa Zakowski, and this is my sister Wendy DeGette. And we are from Wapaka, Wisconsin. And my number one big thing is, what was Manitowoc even doing there, the Sheriff's Department?
Yeah.
There was a big, huge conflict of interest because of the lawsuit already going on. So the 36 million. So that they shouldn't even been there. I think the whole case should have been thrown up because they found evidence.
Right.
And every time evidence was found, they were there. So
yes, absolutely. Yep. And they certainly shouldn't have been, because they were deposed. And it's actually the deposed officers that were finding it all. Yep. So, yes, absolutely.
My thing is them finding the RAV.
Coburn's call.
2 days before it was found in the yard.
You see what she's pointing to there, folks? She's got her little sign here, and she's pointing to the conversation where Andy's, what is this? He's calling it in. He's calling it in and all that. Yeah.
And it wasn't on the property.
Right. Absolutely. So.
Thank you.
Hello. So, what is it? Wait, we gotta get you in the picture. Okay. So, what is it that brings you out here? What is it that got you all fired up about this?
What they've done to Steve and the whole county, what they did to Brendan Dassey, just really tore my heart.
Absolutely.
And I just couldn't stand it. That's when I decided to come out, meet your family, and stuff like that. And then this rally was planned. And it's just we're trying to support him anyway. There's big stuff happening now that I'm really positive about.
Yes, me too.
And we're just trying to rally to get them home.
Absolutely. And we're out here showing our support. And you guys can hear them. You hear all those horns honking as I'm talking to these people, right? That's people driving down the main avenue here, honking because they believe what these people are talking about.
And we have come from afar because we're passionate about justice for these guys.
Yep. We even got an Aussie here somewhere. Yeah.
Aussie down there.
Okay. Hello. So, what is it that got you out here? What is it about these cases that you just couldn't let it stand?
the injustice that happened to these two men. What they did to Brendan is absolutely terrible. Juveniles need protection.
Yes, they do.
The corruption is horrible, and we just want to see the wrong righted.
Right. Alrighty.
Good job, girl.
You? No? She's your spokesperson. Okay, so what is it that brings you out here? What's got you all fired up?
When I watched the documentary, I had a teenager. I still have a teenager. He's 16 now, and I just related to it as a mom and my concern for Brendan. You know, if something like that happened to my child.
Sure.
And what really got to me was Brendan's interrogation tapes.
Right.
They broke my heart, and it's just weighed heavily on me ever since.
Yes, absolutely. And I will say that that's actually a common. That's actually a common theme, because I was telling on my videos recently, my boss was of the same mind. He actually is a type of guy who backs law enforcement, you know, even when they're wrong.
Right.
He's like that type of way. He just watched the Dateline that they aired recently where they were talking about the case, and he watched what they did to Brendan, and he was thinking the same exact way you did. He was thinking, when he finished watching it, he was like, what if that was my kid and they were doing that to my kid? Exactly. And that turned him around from being a pro law enforcement, you know, well, gung-ho pro law enforcement, to being able to see the injustice here with Brendan.
Yes,
so that's a common theme.
Right, my best friend is a highway patrol officer, and I have a very good friend that works for the state's attorney's office. I have a law degree, well, not a law degree, I have a criminal justice minor. Okay. I mean, I was going to go into law enforcement, so it's not like I'm opposed to law enforcement.
Right, yeah.
But they do screw up, and it just broke my heart.
And it looks pretty darn obvious here. That's why so many people are still talking about it 2.5 years later. So, okay.
Amen.
All right. Oh, look, it's the Aussie. We found him. Look.
There I am.
So why are you so passionate?
Well, you know, what's happened to Stephen and Brendan can happen to anyone in the world. I'm here to support them, but also to hopefully in the end get the sort of justice reform we need to prevent this sort of thing happening again.
Certainly for juveniles, there needs to be something done. Something needs to be done, because we can't. Nobody likes the idea of watching that interrogation. Well, some people seem to not mind, but most of us have a conscience, and that interrogation is an absolute train wreck.
Yeah.
So.
And you know, and Stephen and Brendan are symbols of so many other people who've been victims of the wrongful application of the law and the immunity that a lot of law enforcement people think they have from behaving correctly.
Right.
So,
what's the consequence, right?
Exactly.
We can be as bad as we want, because who's going to do anything about it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. There does need to be consequences, I agree.
Yeah, and you know what? The world is watching.
The world is watching, my friends. There we go. Did you guys want to talk? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, we're moving on to the next one here. Hello. Hi. So, if you don't mind, what is it that got you so passionate about the case and got you out here supporting Stephen and Brendan?
Stephen's my cousin.
Ah. Oh, you're Kim Ducat.
Yes, I am.
I am so sorry, I didn't recognize you.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, okay, that's a good enough reason.
Yeah.
Yep. Hello.
Hi.
Would you like to tell us why you're out here?
Well, I live kind of in the area about an hour away, and I remember when this all happened, and it just did not seem right to me. I remember Kratz's press conference,
Right.
and I was like,
Yeah. Right?
and then when Maybe Murder came out, I watched it, and it got to me. Nothing has gotten to me. I've never done this before.
Right.
Nothing's gotten to me like this case.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Until I watched Making a Murderer, I didn't really get into all this stuff.
Yeah,
You know.
so I watched your videos and everybody's videos, and I research everything, and
Right
it's
on. Yep, it's certainly a travesty.
yeah. And by the way, Captain Crunch is British.
You hear that, Paul? You hear? Would you guys like to tell us why you're out here? Oh, I got you out here. Oh, I'm touched. Cool. So they got their signs here, you know. It's been a pretty good day here. A lot of people honking in support of Stephen and Brendan. And surprising, really, you know, because in Manitowoc all this time it's been so you know, tight-lipped. You know, it seemed like the locals didn't really have an interest in looking into this case. But seeing the responses from all the cars that have been honking today, some of them very enthusiastically, it kind of gives me a little bit of hope. I'm glad I came out to Manitowoc. You know, I'm glad to see that this county may be softening its point of view, and it may be actually willing to consider that Brendan and Stephen didn't get a fair shake, and I think that that's absolutely awesome. So let's see if we can find a couple more people to talk to here. She's busy, I can't yet. All right, can I ask you guys what brings you out here and what got you supporting?
Well, we just got in it, you know, we heard some comments on the internet from a friend in Australia. We saw the documentary and got a couple of other comments and we're like, oh, what's this about? So, you know, we saw the show and we were right. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. We got nothing like this back home in Belgium. So,
right.
We had actually no idea how the system worked here in America. So we kind of got into the case, started downloading all the case files, stuff like that,
right.
Reading up on it. Started getting involved just, you know, over Facebook. We actually connected with Tracy.
Right.
Her daughter was traveling around Europe, and we were kind of like, you know, got in touch with her. We said like, you know what, if we can help your daughter around Belgium or some way or another. She was like, oh, okay. And then it just came up that we were going to go on a trip here in the United States. We were out west for 4 weeks, and we were like, you know what, let's just extend it for an extra week.
Oh, cool. Fly
out to Chicago, rent a car, drive up, and then Tracy was like, oh, yeah, you know what, I'll meet you guys at the yard. And then Angie showed up, and we met Carlo, we met Stacy and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it happened. And
so all the way from Belgium?
All the way from Belgium.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Absolutely stellar.
That's why we're here.
We got Australia, we got Belgium. Hey, Paul, we needed a Scotsman here, buddy. Anyways, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that was a lot of fun. Got to talk to some supporters today and get their opinions and feelings about some things. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right here, and it's been fun.